Twin flame. The waters shimmered with whispers as Grace swam swiftly through the enchanted forest, sunlight dripping through crystal canopies. Past ancient waterfalls, where silver fish danced through the mist, she dove deeper, into the heart of the forgotten swamps. Vines brushed her skin like memory. Magic pulsed in the roots below. She didn't stop. Not until she reached the cavern beneath the moss-wrapped stones, where her dragon, Ashen, the last of his kind, waited in the shadows. He stirred as she approached, his golden eyes wide with hope. Breathless, heart full, Grace smiled. It's time. Ashen leaned forward, silent. The egg has hatched, she whispered. Not one, but two. His wings trembled. A low, joyful growl rumbled from his chest. Twin dragons, Ashen. Born in secret. Alive. Safe. Tears welled in her eyes. Your legacy lives. And the swamp, for the first time in an age, sang. Grace is rescued. The sky cracked open as Grace burst from the swamp's mouth, her hatchling wrapped tightly in seaweed silk. Just as they neared open water, fishermen's nets dropped like iron rain, tangling her, tearing her fins. She screamed, trying to shield the baby. From the harbour cliffs, Neve heard her cry, raw and desperate. He ran, boots slamming rock, heart thundering louder than the sea. In the heart of Elnora, Queen Willow, the elven mermaid hybrid, heard the commotion too. Her silver eyes flashed. Poachers, she spat. Not in my waters. She dove into the tide, her form shimmering, legs becoming fins, hair fanning like leaves in the wind. She cut through water like starlight, summoning vines and tidal beasts from the deep. Neve reached the edge, staff in hand, the one Quentin entrusted him with. He struck it against the stone. You will not take her. The ocean answered. A tsunami wave rose behind him, roaring like a sea dragon. It crashed through the harbour, snapping masts, shattering ships. Every poacher vessel was swallowed. As silence returned, Grace floated free, hatchling safe in her arms. Willow circled protectively. Neve dove into the sea. No matter what, he said, eyes fierce, they were never leaving with me. Little did Grace and Ashen know, as they rejoiced in the quiet of the swamp with the twin flames. A shadow had slipped through the trees. A young man, soaked in fear and smoke, ran as fast as his legs could carry him, away from Ashen's fire deep in the swamp, toward the harbour. He'd seen too much. Heard the name of the dragon. And he knew exactly who would pay for that kind of power. At the harbour, pirates waited, cages full of trapped mermaids, their voices muffled in sea silk, eyes wild with terror. Rich men on silver-decked ships smiled, unaware that the tide was about to turn. Suddenly, Ashen's head snapped upward. He heard it, the cries of mermaids, distant but sharp, echoing through the ancient roots of the swamp. His kin were calling. Stella and her armada pulled ships apart in the harbour, leaving wreckage floating endlessly at sea. And this time, there would be no survivors for the ones who dared to steal the sea's daughters. Stay with them, he growled to Grace, wings spreading. Guard the twins. Grace's hand reached for him, but he was already gone, soaring like a flame across the canopy, toward war. Hatchery promise. The water glowed with morning light as Grace scrambled past the edge of the protected swamp, hearts full, eyes shining. The hatchery was close, an underwater grove deep in the swamplands dotted where the currents sang lullabies and coral prayed for harm. The first flutter of their soon-arriving hatchling pulsing like a pearl of red light. Neve crowd close, ever watching. But Grace had left the protection of the swamp reeds, the place where fairies wove warding charms and ancient alligators guarded from the shadows. Out in the open water, silence turned sharp. A net dropped like a shadow from above, barked, waited, fast. Grace screamed, the cords wrapping tight around her tail and arms, dragging her upward toward the surface. Grace thrashed, panic rising, not for herself, but for the hatchling. farewell. At dawn, the swamp shimmered like glass, the spawning trees' roots pulsing one final time. The hatchlings, no longer small, now glowed with the markings of maturity, webbed fingers, thinned limbs, gills that fluttered with purpose. One by one, they emerged from the roots, water trailing from their scales like dew from leaves. Some rose in pods, tightly bonded, their songs echoing as they swam toward the open sea, ready to chart new tides, brave storms, chase stars. Others broke away, drawn to land. Legs formed where tails had been, and they vanished into the misty cypress paths, chasing something unnamed. But not all were seen again. Some simply disappeared. Not in fear, but like whispers carried by wind, claimed by deep magic, old destinies, or something beyond the tide. The spawning tree watched, unmoving. Its season had ended, and as the water stilled, only silence remained. Until the next calling. The queen beneath the harbour. The queen beam of the harbour. Long ago, she ruled the deepest trench, the queen of the Leviathans, a fierce warrior cloaked in kelp and coral, flanked by sea monsters the size of mountains. But time twisted her. Her magic faltered, warping into mutations. Once radiant, now she slithered, scaled in wild tentacles. She was exiled to a cabin beneath the harbour, forgotten but not dead. Stella knew the legends. She also knew the truth. The last portal lay hidden beneath the Leviathan queen's lair. To reach it, she crafted potions from moon salt and jellyfish venom, luring the queen into docility, just long enough to keep her contained. Above, the island village bustled, unaware of the terror sleeping just below the boats. But time, like magic, is fragile. And if Stella failed to find the portal soon, the queen would rise again, not as a ruler, but as a storm. King Triton told Jax the secret. The portal to the Mermaidian kingdom would open only once a year, under the tall waterfall hidden deep in the cliffs. Racing there, Jax found Grace, Neve, and Stella already waiting. The time for secrets was over. With a heavy heart, Stella didn't want to confess she could never return to land. She had spent too long away from her true people, her mermaid blood calling her home. Stella laughed and smiled with everyone that special day, her heart full of bittersweet joy. She pushed aside the sadness, not wanting to ruin the moment with a secret. For now, she just soaked in the warmth of their company, treasuring every laugh, every glance, knowing it would be her last day among them as a land dweller. Back on the islands, life calmed like a gentle tide. Neve stayed behind in the Mermaidian kingdom, watching over Grace's merfolk, curious, often sitting just offshore, their shimmering tails flashing in the sun. Meanwhile, Grace swam deep into the ocean's secret caverns, following the memory of where her mother hid the ancient Triton, a powerful relic only she could retrieve. The water grew colder and darker, but Grace pressed on, her heart steady with purpose. With the Triton finally in her hands, glowing with old magic, she returned just in time. Soon, the coronation would begin, Grace and Neve side by side, ready to rule the restored realm, together. The harbour. The queen beam of the harbour. Long ago, she ruled the deepest trench, the queen of the Leviathans, a fierce warrior cloaked in kelp and coral, flanked by sea monsters the size of mountains. But time twisted her. Her magic faltered, warping into mutations. Once radiant, now she slithered, scaled in wild tentacles. She was exiled to a cabin beneath the harbour, forgotten but not dead. Stella knew the legends. She also knew the truth. The last portal lay hidden beneath the Leviathan queen's lair. To reach it, she crafted potions from moon salt and jellyfish venom, luring the queen into docility, just long enough to keep her contained. Above, the island village bustled, unaware of the terror sleeping just below the boats. But time, like magic, is fragile. And if Stella failed to find the port soon, the Queen would rise again, not as a ruler, but as a storm.